A plea deal after 2 years. Juan Manuel Guzman, the man who was accused and charged with murdering his sister, will be spending nearly 40 years behind bars after negotiating with prosecutors. Thank you for choosing KTSM 9 News at 6. I'm Andy Morgan.
And I'm Monica Cortez. Guzman was arrested in 2022 after confessing to the brutal killing of Carla Mariela Marquin after telling authorities he lost it. KTSM 9 News reporter Tirza Ortiz was at the county courthouse this morning to learn more about the plea deal. Tirza?
Andy, Monica, Carla Mariela Marroquin was a daughter, mother to two, and unfortunately a victim of domestic violence, dying at the hands of her own brother. The district attorney's office commenting on the recent plea offering this afternoon.
In entering into the plea agreement, he has waived his appeal, he has waived his motions to suppress, he has waived all other issues. This case is finalized with this entry of a plea agreement.
Some sort of justice after Juan Manuel Guzman accepted 38 years in prison in exchange for pleading guilty to the 2022 murder of his sister, Carla Mariela Marroquin. According to District Attorney Bill Hicks, Guzman reconnected with Marroquin after smuggling her and her two children from Guatemala to the United States. That's when things quickly took a turn for the worse.
Mr. Guzman had, shortly after they moved in, started to become controlling. He began a romantic relationship with her, and the domestic violence followed shortly thereafter.
Violence that escalated to Marroquin being beaten to death with a baseball bat after she allegedly told Guzman she had been intimate with another man. Guzman was arrested shortly after and confessed to the crime. Despite the compelling evidence, DA Hicks said a plea deal was necessary.
In plea negotiation process, we're able to control the outcome of a case. Although we did feel that if we had gone to trial and going through all of those issues and surviving the motions to suppress, we would receive a verdict from a jury we felt would be in excess of 40 years.
So why not go to trial by jury?
Of course, with so many cases being filed, 8,000 cases on average in our felony courts a year and 11 felony courts, we have to negotiate cases. We have to offer plea agreements in order to keep the dockets moving.
Now, the district attorney's office said they have been in contact with Marroquin's adoptive mother and her children throughout the process, and they are aware of the plea offering. Monica.
Tirza, now I know the National Domestic Violence Hotline reports that 12 million people are affected by intimate partner violence every year. In fact, statistics show that about 60% of victims do not go to the police. How do those numbers relate to immigrant survivors?
Well, Monica, the National Network to End Domestic Violence reports that immigrant victims, despite their legal status, do face a number of barriers concerning the criminal justice system. A survey answered by over 700 victim advocates shows that 78% reported that immigrant survivors express concerns about contacting the police, saying their clients think their offenders would report them to immigration or law enforcement would take the side of the offender. But there is help available through the Center Against Sexual and Family Violence. They offer 24/7 support through their Hope line. The number is 915-593-7300, and it is at the bottom of the screen. Monica.
Tirza Ortiz reporting live in the newsroom tonight. Tirza, thank you so much for that report.